Glocomx, designed to revolutionize the aging and restrictive commodity marketplace. In 2020, Chinadu Godwin led a team of EMBAs from SMU Cox School of Business in Dallas, Texas, with a history of innovation in the public space to build Glocomx. Glocomx gives businesses an enterprise-level blockchain network for fast and secure commodity market transactions. We do this by connecting buyers and sellers to sell and trade depressed commodities on a blockchain network, while allowing online payments to be sent directly from one party to another, sans a third-party financial institution. We plan to laser focus on the depressed commodity market with our smart contracts and distributed ledger technologies to enable worldwide trading, streamlined transactions, and global economic development. Imagine turning a 7-day transaction delay into 1 day, creating less hassle while increasing daily transactions. Then, imagine your client's satisfaction when their transactions take less than 24 hours. Glocomx transactions are fast, secure, and hassle-free. Glocomx exists to enable companies to sell commodities and other goods using blockchain technology seamlessly. In the aftermath of the global pandemic, international trade can empower enterprises and drive global economic growth. With traditional financial institutions failing to digitalize and innovate, it falls to blockchain technology to enable cross-border enterprises of all sizes. We are confident that the increase in demand from international commerce will support the emerging blockchain market and global economic growth. We worked with our partners to identify the challenges businesses face conducting international commerce, allowing us to identify how blockchain technology can be the solution. Glocomx is a disruptor within the blockchain technology market. The Glocomx premise. Glocomx offers the first enterprise-level blockchain-enabled transaction platform for the depressed commodity market. It acts as an online marketplace using blockchain technology, enabling sellers of depressed commodities to find appropriate buyers. Our platform utilizes smart contracts and distributed ledger technology to enable companies to conduct business seamlessly through a trusted system. Glocomx allows customers to carry out cross-border financial transactions without financial institutions. The Glocomx platform opens the world of blockchain-enabled commerce by reducing the barriers that companies face. Our platform reduces the risks involved for businesses by ensuring participants are compliant with necessary regulations. We use a secure distributed ledger to give transparency with guaranteed settlements. As an innovative marketplace, Glocomx reduces fraudulent transactions and removes the need for trusted financial parties as a facilitator by using the latest blockchain technology. Glocomx utilizes cryptocurrency, escrow services, and smart contracts to enable seamless cross-border commodity purchase and selling. Our platform is made with accessibility in mind, with a user interface that allows visitors to apply for pre-financing and complete a transaction within a few clicks. The target demographic of Glocomx is emerging markets, allowing enterprises in these industries to engage with a broader global marketplace through international commerce. Glocomx picks up where traditional financial institutions have dropped the ball by digitalizing international commerce to ensure transparency and confidence. Glocomx connects buyers and sellers of commodities through a distributed ledger platform, leveraging a peer-to-deeper distributed timestamp server to prove the chronological order of transactions. The current economic situation. In our changing economy and the wake of the global pandemic, businesses need to find ways of ensuring long-term stability in a depressed commodity market environment. Industries across the board have had to scale back production and growth throughout 2020 and 2021 in response to the pandemic, with the oil and uranium mining industries being particularly affected. Even advanced economies struggle under the extraordinary financial stresses that come with high commodity prices, as the 2008 financial crash showed. The global commodity market is seeing consumer payments move away from cash. This process has been well underway before the worldwide pandemic forced consumers to abandon cash and become more reliant on digital payments. Cash has been steadily losing its position in terms of global consumer payment value since 2014. Government payment regulations, technological advances, and merchant acceptance have all fueled the switch to card and electronic payments over cash. In 2019, the absolute value terms total for cash payment matched 2010. With this data, there exists a $15 trillion opportunity for the card payment industry and financial institutions. Cash is expected to decline, expected to amount to only 55% in 2025. This switch from cash to digital alternatives has fueled blockchain technology. It shows the need for smart contract platforms like Glocomx to utilize smart contracts to aid transparency between parties. Glocomx has recognized the potential of this gap, which automatically executes orders through the network. There is a growing demand for a platform that can provide depressed commodities with potential buyers. It's virtually impossible to settle on a figure for the market size of the commodity industry. Crude oil commodities alone are estimated to be worth $1.7 trillion per year. The potential of blockchain technology. The trade cycle can be drawn out within the commodities industry due to diplomacy and overlapping systems. By utilizing blockchain technology, Glocomx can streamline this process. For example, enterprises currently engaging in cross-border trade have to update their digital records manually post-trade. Blockchain is changing the way businesses and individuals operate with cryptocurrency internationally. Blockchain is synonymous with its security, convenience, and easy-to-operate user experience. Glocomx can utilize blockchain technology to create smart contracts that bring an extra layer of security and safety to electronic trade, light years ahead of where the traditional financial institutions are. The growth of blockchain technology has been sharp and rapid. The use of blockchain platforms increased from 10% in 2014 to 44% in 2020 within developed countries. While the blockchain industry is still new, smart contracts offer exponential growth within the international trade market. These smart contracts operate similarly to traditional contracts by defining the terms and penalties of an agreement. What makes them innovative is that they are automatically enforced, leaving no need for an underpinning legal system. Users have an account with funds on the blockchain that can be used for payments and smart contract interactions, with letter of credit rules being embedded into contracts. The status quo. Everyone knows that opening your horizons and exploring the international market opens the potential for new revenue for your business. It can enable you to increase your internal investment and accelerate your development and growth plans. The issue exists with the accessibility of international trading. It's a long and complex process full of expensive negotiations that carry a high level of risk. The financial institutions that oversee trade deals have struggled to bring the industry into the 21st century, with trade finance not being digitalized for decades. International commerce requires the involvement of a financial institution to act as a third party to process electronic payments. While it works in theory, it suffers from the inherent weaknesses of the institution. Both the buyer and seller of commodities want to reduce the risks involved in the process, which puts certain enterprises off engaging with international trade opportunities. The status quo and its lack of digitalization leave a great demand for low-cost, peer-to-peer commodity exchange that has been poorly served. There is an apparent demand for enterprises to have access to online payments that go directly from one party to another without the involvement of a financial institution. Here is where Glocomx comes in. We were established in 2020 to challenge the status quo of hard-to-navigate trade processes between countries. Companies within the commodity market have fallen victim to the financial institutions that have failed to upscale to provide support to emerging markets, leading to a slowing of demand from trade partners. Businesses within the agricultural equipment, mining and oil and gas industries have been affected the most due to the downward trend in industrial production post-2014. At Glocomx, we believe that the depressed commodity market can be made more efficient. Our platform exists to give businesses the tools to transact seamlessly and securely across borders, driving global economic growth across the board. What makes Glocomx different from traditional financial institutions is our blockchain solution. We believe it can reshape the commodity market and infrastructure of financial services technology. Our blockchain technology streamlines the trade process and allows for almost instant settlement transactions. It removes all the existing barriers to enterprises of all international commerce sizes. Glocomx provides data and transaction security with resilience against cyber attacks and fault tolerance as a digitalized global trade system. How Glocomx is a disruptor. Glocomx works by streamlining the steps involved to make cross-border transactions more accessible, faster, and more transparent. Companies are discouraged from engaging with international trade due to the legal and financial implications and the cultural risks that come from trading with a foreign partner. The Glocomx platform uses the Hyperledger Fabric framework from the Linux Foundation, enabling us to reduce the friction associated with international commerce. We provide businesses and emerging markets with a more straightforward way of conducting international transactions without the current barriers. We're a disruptor within the Bitcoin industry, as our system sits in contrast to the initial Bitcoin platform, which exists without access restrictions or gatekeepers. What makes Glocomx different is that our system uses the Know Your Customer process, ensuring compliance with the anti-money laundering regulations. Our gatekeepers grant access to those who have met the criteria to join the platform. This criteria is included in the rulebook. The blockchain system is a secure database without a single point of failure, and that a single entity can't control. Each blockchain entry has a timestamp and a unique cryptographic signature. The timestamp server gives computational proof of transactions and is a solution to the double spending problem that exists with electronic cash. Glocomx acts as a one-stop shop for peer-to-peer commodity transactions with distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger technology plus smart contracts. Our blockchain-based platform has two features: distributed ledger technology and smart contracts, which empower enterprises with the tools to engage with international trade. Distributed ledger technology, DLT, enables sharing information to make sure all relevant parties have the same up-to-date data on relevant trade deals. No single agent has control over the data. The DLT means that any changes made to the terms of a trading agreement by either party will be altered through the cryptographic hash in the blockchain, alerting the other party immediately of the changes. Our DLT system addresses the challenge businesses face with guaranteeing the enforcement of their contract. A delay in the payment or delivery of a contract can negatively impact a company's cash flow, putting enterprises off exploring the potential of international commerce. Smart contracts are built into our system to eliminate counterparty risk. The smart contract system allows contracts to be written into the platform's code without the need for an underpinning legal system or a third-party enforcement mechanism. Our smart contracts streamline the transaction process by instantly notifying all parties throughout each stage of the agreement. When one party fulfills its requirements for the transaction, the payment process is executed automatically. How transactions operate. Glocomx brings together buyers and sellers, allowing them to seamlessly conduct business through a system they can trust to deliver for them. The details of each transaction, including the conditions and payment terms, are entered and confirmed by both parties to ensure transparency. The information on the user's accounts is managed through cryptographic key pairs for added security. Our system is embedded with a user wallet that allows enterprises to receive and make payments using bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies. funds that pass through our system are held securely in a private blockchain within a uniquely created keyless smart contract. This system ensures that no one, including Glocomx, can access the funds. Our setup secures the funds for a trading contract until the commodity is received and the contract is complete. Once the terms are met, the funds will be released to the seller. Our transaction system lowers the barriers to international commerce by reducing the risk of shipping goods or providing a service across borders. When a seller receives the funds from a buyer, they can ship their goods, secure in knowing that the funds are available. Each settlement is automatically executed once the specified conditions of the contract are met, with liquidity available in escrow. Our users can ensure seller commitment by directly requesting an optional performance bond through the Glocomx platform. For companies looking to trade internationally, transact with us for a seamless professional experience that will transform how you do business globally. Glocomx is one of the elite pioneering blockchain technologies, and we invite you to be part of the movers and shakers of our time, to be part of the future now. Please visit www.glaucomax.com to learn more. Glocomx, revolutionizing international trade.